Oh, the light's very bright. I guess it's not too bad. Looks like I'm kind of glowing. I'll see if I can move it a little bit. Hello to the one person that's here early. Hope you're doing well. I'll just not speak too much until more people arrive. Oh, that person's just left anyway, so it's just me for the moment. But that's okay. I'm just going to hang out, pull some records out and stuff. I'll put some music on and we'll see what happens. This is what's on in the background. Can someone leave me a message to let me know if the chat thing's working or not, please, when you get a sec? Just like a test thing. Hey man, how you going? What's the time in Edinburgh? Would it be like 12 hours? I guess it's Friday morning. Awesome. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. There you go. 2 from the UK. 9:30 on a Friday. Shouldn't you be at work? Got the day off? Or are you streaming this from work? I was in Edinburgh a couple of years ago. I went to some really great record stores there. I bought a whole bunch of Mogwai records from Edinburgh. I didn't realise, yeah, working from home. That old chestnut, yeah, on a Friday as well. Yeah, I got some good records in Edinburgh. I didn't realise how, like, up and down it was going to be in terms of, like, things. I just wasn't flat like I was expecting. Yeah, it was cool. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, working from home, yeah. I work from home all the time anyway. I think I've said it in videos before, but I'm like a freelance designer, so sort of 3 days a week I work from home. And yeah. Yeah, that's the other one. I think I went to Unknown Pleasures. Can't remember the other names. It was a few years ago now. But yeah, I work from home anyway, so it's very tempting to come downstairs and listen to records all day, I suppose. But I can't. I've got to have like a boundary between when I stop. You know, this is like the pleasure time, and my work time is upstairs. Yeah, very Hill City. That's cool. Yeah, so I just thought I would do a live stream. It's a Friday evening here, 8:30 p.m. I'm having an evening in. It's freezing cold, raining, middle of winter. And I've had a vinyl finds video that I've been meant to do it, and it's just been stacking up, and I haven't really. Oh, nice! That's awesome. God, you don't see those very often. Nag Nag Nag. That's like a post-punk band, right? Anyway, so I'm gonna be talking in this, but I'll probably get distracted by the comments and go off on like little side things as we go. But yeah, I've got a stack of things that I've been to show. That's right. Yeah, I knew the name rang a bell. I'm thinking of somebody else. Yeah, Cat Voltaire, yeah. So yeah, I've got a whole stack of things that I want to show. I'll just slowly get through them while I'm not really in a rush. I've got a beer that I'm going to pour. This is you probably can't see this here. It's called the Electric Dry Hop Acid Test. A beer here from Wellington. So we're going to open that. Yeah, anyway, I just, instead of doing a formal video where I sort of like describe what I'm playing and selling it to you, I just thought I would just go and do this live and be completely unprepared and yeah, show some stuff. I haven't really got anything post-punky to show really. But this is what's playing in the background. 3-word song titles. Oh, that's a good one. In terms of like 3 all in a row. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Surely fire, fire, fire. There's got to be something. I don't know. There's got to be something. 3 world. I mean, I immediately did think of the band Yeah Yeah Yeahs. That's in it. But in terms of song titles, yeah, that's pretty hard. Anyway. Yeah, it's really good, hey. So I picked up that and I picked up the other one as well, Apollo. It's funny that you say childlike, it is. It's almost like when he, you know, he's obviously made it based on his own, on his influences, but it just sounds so uniquely like this guy. It is, not amateur, but no, it's not amateur. It's just got a personality to it that's definitely his. Like when I heard both of these, I was immediately just blown away by them. Yeah, they're really, really good, and it's amazing to think these hadn't been reissued sooner. You know, especially in a world where we reissue things all the time. Yeah, I was amazed. I don't even know how to describe it. I guess it's like jazzy, funky, lots of Brazilian influences. Strange vocals. He has like a really odd accent. Yeah, I'm preaching to the choir here, but yeah, I reckon these are really good. They both just came out this year, I think, reissues. No one in New Zealand stocks these or would sell these, so I had to get these off Discogs and paid a pretty expensive amount to get them here, but it's totally worth it. There's even a Boss Gags cover. Yeah, Dutch guy. He was like a. This came out in 1984, and this one I think 1991. It's like Dutch jazzy funky stuff. Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I really like these two. I'm really enjoying them. They just came in the mail today, so I've just been spinning them pretty much between when I finished work and started this. Really cool. Okay, there's 8 people here now. Can someone else leave some comments as well, just to say hi? Yeah, so that's that. I'm really happy with them. I think they're really good. I used to be really onto buying new reissues of stuff like that, and I sort of dropped off the past couple of years. And I don't know. I feel like there's some stuff like this I should be picking up more of, but because I don't see them in stores as much, I don't pick them up. Anyway, cheers, guys. Have a good Friday, and it's almost the weekend. You've almost made it. Tomorrow morning, there's basically one record fair here in Wellington, and it happens 3 times a year. Hey Sean, how you going? Hey Sean, I was gonna show you the records you gave me, but I thought I would do those in a separate video, so they're not in the stack. But yeah, you probably recognise this room. You were here recently. Sean is I finally caught up with Sean McRoberts. He used to make videos probably about 5 or 6 years ago. He came to visit the other weekend, and we had a really good listening session. Hey Ronnie, how you doing? Good to see you. So is everyone here from the UK, and then Sean is the only person from New Zealand hanging out? I think that must be the case. Sean, I don't know if you saw that, but I was just showing these. Maybe check them out. I really like them. This was one that I'd been after for a while. US, there you go, cool. Willie Colon, yeah, noted. Willie Colon, was it Cosa Nuestra? I've always loved this cover. It just looks like a really cool, looks like a gangster. He's obviously got a weapon in there and a dead body. Yeah, Northern Ireland. That's cool, man. I'm guessing it's Friday morning as well where you are in Northern Ireland. Yeah, this is really good. I managed to pick this up for, I don't know what the equivalent of euros would be, or pounds, but it was 12 New Zealand dollars, which is really cheap, and it's in really great shape. It's like I think it came out the second, it's like a second pressing or something like that, and it's in really great shape despite the cover being fucked. Yeah, awesome Latin jazz, sorry, not jazz, almost a Latin salsa sort of thing. Willie Colon, yeah, I'm really happy to finally get this, and very surprised to be able to get it in New Zealand on the famous Fania Records label. So yeah, it's slightly later. But yeah, there you go. It's a good one. If you guys want to hear anything that I'm showing, just let me know and I'll chuck it on in the background. So that was a good one. I'll show these two next. I was really happy to find an original UK of this last Friday for a very cheap price. Sean, do you know this record? Or do you have it? Because I have a New Zealand pressing that I could send up to you if you're after it. So I upgraded to an original UK press, which I'm really happy with. I didn't pay that much for it at all. You got it? Cool. So there you go. Yeah, absolute masterpiece. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I can't believe I found that here. It was just amazing. So it's on the Island label. I don't think I need to sell this record too much to a lot of people. It's a bit of a classic. It just got reissued. Oh, man, the glare's really bad on this camera. Got reissued. The Abbey Road Studios did like a half-speed remaster of it that meant to sound really good. Yeah, I have. It's really weird. I think I remember. It's like I remember seeing it on YouTube quite a while ago. Really amazing. Actually, maybe we did talk about this, Sean. Maybe we did talk about John Martin. I think we had this conversation. It's ringing a bell because I feel like you told me about the clip. So that was a big one. And then in the same week, this week, I managed to get a copy of this Roy Harper's Stormcock, which is something I've been after for a long time as well. So this is actually a New Zealand pressing of this. So it's not a gatefold like the UK, but I paid sort of, it ended up being $20 for it, which is ridiculous. I need to give this more listens, but I love it straight away. You know, I've listened to clips online here and there, and just, yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. Hey, Alan, how you going? Alan, you probably know this record, Stormcock, absolutely wonderful. Super happy to get a copy. Yeah, this is absolutely wonderful. I'm going to spend some more time this evening with this again, and you sort of really have to listen to it. Yeah, you would know for sure, Ronnie. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. If anyone can recommend another Roy Harper album to go with from here, please let me know. I do see some from time to time, but this is the one that I've sort of known, you know, is the one to go for. So yeah, I was really happy to find this Roy Harper Stormcock. So yeah, weirdly, Flat Baroque and Berserk. Is that one title, or is that Flat Baroque and Berserk? Yes, I know what you mean. Like, I can't even say I'm massively familiar with the lyrics as of yet. But yeah, really good. One title. There you go. I'll look out for it. It'd be one of those things that now I'll probably find a copy in the wild because someone said a title. You know, it's like, it happens quite a lot where I feel like I've just learned about something and then I'll find a copy. Just because it's like, you know, to look out for it. So yeah, that's a really good record. Yeah, I don't want to rush through these too quickly. It is killer. So I was meant to be flying to Los Angeles for work on Sunday, but at the very last minute they cancelled the trip, which is very disappointing. So almost any early Roy is great. Okay, cool. I'll check that out. But yeah, they cancelled my flights and my trip yesterday, so I'm in a weird mood where I feel a bit disappointed I'm not going to LA, which is a shame because I was hoping to go to some record stores there, but hopefully they'll restart the project again next year. So my immediate thoughts were, oh, maybe I'll just buy some records, because I was planning on buying records in LA, just the life of an addict. Sweet. Yeah, I'll see you later, Sean. I'm sure you've got way more important things to do than to be sitting here watching me talk on a Friday evening. Let's all rise and metaphysical level. Yeah, okay. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I put the video on public, so I think basically anybody can comment, regardless of if they're subscribed or not. I know, Alan, that's what I thought. But that's bad. It's like, well, I was going to spend this money so I can spend it here, when the reality is I shouldn't be spending it at all. Like, you know, it will all go on records eventually, but just that's the immediate, you know, vinyl addict brain thinking is, well, if I didn't buy it, spend it there, I'll spend it here in something else, you know. So yeah, I was saying there's a record fair tomorrow morning, so hopefully I'll find some good things there, and the positive side, I can be a bit more flexible and maybe buy some really cool things because I don't have to go to LA next week. That was a long way of saying that. So yeah, I was really happy to get the John Martin, and they also picked up, where is it? Somewhere in here. Sorry, one moment. Also, great record, One World. This is the one I know really well because I've listened to it a lot on YouTube. This is also a UK pressing. I feel like this is probably something that you guys just see a lot lying around in the UK, right? I don't know. Just in my head, stuff like this is, you know, £1, £2 sort of thing. Yeah, really great. LAX Hot Snakes. Is that something for me to check out? I don't know what that is. Alan, do you just... I feel like everything you buy is from a charity shop. I guess, is that exclusively where you buy stuff from? I mean, why would you not if you're getting stuff like that for $1? I understand. But I feel like, yeah, it's this magical charity shop that you always talk about. Makes me laugh. It's like, I imagine it to be like the magician's hat where you can just pull out things that just keep going. Sub pop, indie rock, good band, Hot Snakes. All right, I'll check them out. That sounds cool. Yeah, Alan, I don't know how you pull out some of the stuff that you do. For some reason, I imagine it's just one charity shop that has all these amazing things that no one else knows about. Yeah. All right, is there anything that I've shown that you want me to play? Or should I flip it to side 2? Because the track's just ended. Good morning, John. Why are you not working? It's Friday, probably 10 a.m. there. I don't know why you're watching there. I don't collect, I gather and accumulate. That's a good one. I feel like collecting... Yeah, I know what you mean. Does gathering and accumulating imply that there's no real focus? Or, you know, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, how you going, John? I'm just showing some records, doing a vinyl finds because it's Friday evening and it's just a cold, rainy evening. I had some time to kill. That's what this is. I feel like you would know what this is, John, but I was just playing this before. I'm sure you would know this already, but I think you would really dig it if you don't already. I'm really, really loving this at the moment. Yeah, do you want me to flip it over? I'll flip it over, unless anyone has any other requests. Or I can play something from anything in here. This one's a bit cheesy with the sax, but yeah, listen to that. It's very 1984, isn't it? So I was very lucky and picked up some really big reggae want listers. I finally got a copy of this absolute classic here, King Tubby meets Rockers Uptown. And it's some kind of Jamaican pressing. I'm not going to disclose where I got it from because that's my secret, because I've managed to get a few good things from this place on the internet for really good prices. But yeah, I was really happy to finally get a copy of this. Sounds absolutely magnificent. Yeah, man, for sure, absolutely. There you go, perfect timing, man. How you doing? Yeah, coffee break at work. Friday was a very tough day for me, very busy at work. Glad to be here, just chilling out, playing records. Yeah, absolute classic indeed. Amazing. And then I'm going to back it up with King Tubby Presents The Roots of Dub. This one, I didn't realise my speakers could dude, you know, just with the bass and stuff like that, they're just these Jamaican pressings are just so punchy. It's I know, man. Oh, you need to get more reggae. Okay, yeah. I find reggae sounds sort of 25% better when the sun shines out. Probably 50% better. It's very cold here, so it sort of brightens up the room a bit. And this is the one that I was really after, and it wasn't too cheap, but you know, it was quite expensive actually, but I just had to get it. Africa Must Be Free by Hugh Mundell. This is another classic reggae record, I guess. I've been very lucky, not lucky, but in a way, I sort of came to reggae very late, and I've been managed to be able to do some research and pick what records I really want, and sort of be a bit more curated about the whole thing. So I've got about 30 reggae records that are, you know, all considered classic reggae records, and, you know, really good pressings of them and stuff like that. So I suppose I can cheat a little bit and use the internet to really listen and figure out what I want to get, and focus that way. So yeah, I think I've got a really a small but killer reggae selection. So maybe one day I'll do a video on that. Yeah, I won't know exactly what I'm talking about, but I can try and describe the music. But yeah, this is a really good one. The vocals on here are absolutely sublime. So yeah, 3 really good reggae records I picked up. I'm getting through these. Do you want to see a reggae video? Just found a nice Derek Morgan 45 on Crab, Moon Hop, and a Cherry Shop 50p. 6 cents, you will know it. Derek Morgan. I recognise that name. You know what? I really want to get Heart of the Congos, but I don't have it. But yeah, it's massive best reggae. It's that's a classic one that I'm missing. I would love to get that. I've got quite a bit of Augustus Pablo. I'll grab some reggae. This is the part where the video takes a left turn and I end up showing a whole bunch of stuff I wasn't planning on. I really love this Derek Harriott Rocksteady. This is a 2 LP comp on Dove Store. Yeah, Jamie, that was me with reggae like 2 years ago. I didn't know anything. And I've just sort of did a lot of reading. Yeah, culture, that'll be in here. You know, I just sort of did some reading and exploring, and the VC helped me out quite a bit and sent me some records. Yeah, I got this from Roger Coleman. I'll do a proper video later. This is not all of them, I've just picked out a little bit. Yeah. Just reggae, I guess, more ska. Absolute classic. I need to get more Steel Pulse. This is a really interesting one. It's a New Zealand reggae record called by a band called Dread Beat and Blood, tribute to a friend. Really cool. Yeah. Big fan of LKJ. Is the music too loud in the background? Let me know. Another New Zealand one. Trinity Roots. True. Barely reggae, but it's in my reggae section. Love this. Staggering Heights, Singers and Players. There you go. Ronnie, just for you. 2 Sevens Clash. Return to Super 8, Upsetters. Jackie Me Too, The Mystic in Cold Blood. There you go, back cover. Dan, go away. What are you doing here? wait, go back. I'm gonna read what he said. Speaking of reggae, check out a novel, A Brief History of 7 Killings by Marlon James. Captures a real feel of the Jamaica so well. Really? Okay, that sounds really interesting. Section Bob Marley. Okay, that's actually really good. I'll read that. Can you send me a message with what that was? Because I'm going to forget that later on. Marlon James' book is great. Okay, that's a serious recommendation from 2 people, so I'll definitely check that out. Look at that for a cover, isn't that fantastic? So yeah, that's just a stack of reggae stuff. There's probably... I can pull out a bit more, why not? I'll pull out a bit more. Oh no, I haven't really got that much more to show. This is just a cool random one I really like that I just found. Just because it's, yeah, I'm in love with the dreadlock. Repatriation Time by a guy called Ranking Superstar. Just love that cover. I Tell Dub. And then 3 more specials. Now that is a classic and a classic cover. And more specials. Okay, let's move on. This is something I've been wanting for a long time, and I found this locally I was really happy with. Charlie Mingus Tijuana Moods. This is one of the first Charles Mingus records I heard and really got into. I was really happy to find this. And this is an original UK pressing, I think. RCA Victor. Sorry, I just got a Facebook message. Hey dude, are you going to the vinyl fair tomorrow? Yes, I'm definitely going to the vinyl fair tomorrow. Yeah, man. I've got about 3 or 4 Mingus records, but I feel like I could just buy endless amounts. You know, he's just really fantastic. There's a group of musicians here in Wellington called the Mingus Jazz Ensemble, and every sort of 3 months they do a Charles Mingus tribute show, and they just play different music for different periods and stuff like that, and it's always really fun, and they play for free, so I always go, well, when I can, I try to check them out, and it's really awesome to see that stuff played live. You know, there's about 18 of them, and yeah, just the way they play with the fury and the passion that he has, and the way they sort of shout at each other. Yeah, I saw that, the Live in Detroit thing. No, I didn't buy it. It was just too expensive. It was like, I thought about it, and then like shipping was going to be the same price as the box set as well, and I was like, oh, I don't know. Did you have it? Does anyone have that? The Detroit box set? It was just too hard for me to justify, you know. But yeah, yeah, really happy. I used to have a weird Russian pressing of it, so that was a big upgrade. I'm trying to slowly teach myself about blues music. So I started. I picked up this locally because I found it, and I know it's, you know, seen as an absolute classic. Don Pullen. Of course, yeah, he plays in a few stuff. Yeah, of course, man. Do you know that record? It's called Capricorn Rising, and it's Don Pullen and Sam Rivers. Amazing free jazz record, super cheap. Yeah, it's called, yeah, Capricorn Rising. Really amazing. Anyway, yeah, this is really good. I'm just sort of like figuring my way around blues music and where to go and what to check out. Cool. Maybe I should check that out. Sorry, I'm getting distracted between what I'm talking about and what the comments are saying quite a bit. All right, the side's finished. I'll put some reggae on, shall I? To go with. So many options. I'll put this on. This is this one. So I'm actually getting through these really quickly. I thought I was going to at least be on here for an hour. I'll just take it easy a bit because I'm getting towards the end of the stack. Something sounds a bit weird here. Hang on. I think I've got a bit of dust on the arm. I upgraded my tone arm. You probably can't really see it. I'm not going to move the camera, but I recently spent a fair whack of money and made a massive upgrade to my turntable. I'll do a video on it later, but it's sounding really amazing. Yeah, John, I know you're a big fan of this. I remember you posting, you've got a signed copy of it, right? Or signed or something, if it's real or not. Yeah, that first track is really catchy. But yeah, I really like it. I'm really getting my head around blues and figuring out what I like, what I don't. It's really hard to describe what I don't like. Yeah, I don't know. Learning and reading and researching on the blues. So yeah, got a big upgrade on my my tone arm is now modified on my Technics, and I've got a new cartridge, and everything is sounding really wonderful. I've had some friends over for listening sessions and stuff, and it's been good fun. My partner is away at the moment, so I've had sort of 2.5 weeks by myself, and I've literally been spinning records back to back, you know, most evenings, which has been really great. Yeah. Okay, onwards. I picked up the reissue of this. Purely out of interest because I have a Japanese pressing and I wanted to hear this because it's one of my favorite records, and I heard that she remastered it herself on her own label, and I wanted to hear if it sounds better or worse or different than the Japanese. So this is on Fish People. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. Yeah, so first impressions, it sounds it's very different. Like, it's not necessarily better, but it's a little bit softer and warmer and a bit more spacious. Whereas my Japanese pressing sort of pushes is a bit more driven and a bit more focused, I suppose. There's quite a lot of different mixing going on with the new reissue. Certain effects come forward and certain effects sort of disappear a bit. So it's hard to compare because they do sound quite different. I need to give it more time, but I can't say I'm going to move one along because they're both, you know, different in their own way. But yeah, for me, an absolute classic record. Kate Bush, Hounds of Love. Okay. I went a bit crazy and bought 4. Is it 5 or 4? 1, 2, 3, 4 records on the BYG label because I found them all quite cheap and I couldn't resist. I probably don't need all 4. This is Dave Burrell Echo. Look at that for a back cover. This one is just no room to breathe, really. It's just that from the first note, it just hits off into a free jazz freak out and stays pretty much at that level throughout the whole thing. There's not really a gap in it. Yeah, really cool. It's all the usuals on here. Sonny Murray, Alan Silver, Clifford Thornton, Gracia Monker, Arthur Jones. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Really like this one. The recording isn't so great, to be honest. but the power and the feeling is really there. Love Rejoice. Again, look at that for a back cover. Isn't that wonderful? Jats Corsair unit. What's that one? Wayhead. There you go. This one's a bit more structured and a bit more focused, and there's a smaller lineup on here. Man, yeah, I never see BYGs. I had to get these online because I would never find them here. Yeah, I know. If you figure in France, you would see them all a lot. And then Anthony Braxton this time. I used to have this, but what happened is when I got it home, I found out that the wrong record was in the sleeve, so I had to move it along. And I finally re got this, and it's a very tough listen. I haven't really got my head around what he's trying to do yet, but time and patience, and I will get there. Yeah, really good. Does anyone have any records they want to hear, or any questions, or anything like that? I don't know. I've got one record left to show. I've burned through these very quickly. I have been going for 36 minutes though. Yeah, John, I was wondering that, like, how free do you get with free jazz? Like, I get that there's a line in some parts, and sometimes I wake up and I go, fuck, I've got too many free jazz records, that they're all just the same thing. Yeah, I get Braxton, but then I don't know if I don't know. What price? What did I get them for? I can't tell you what it would be in euros, but I can tell you that I got all 4 shipped to New Zealand for 105 New Zealand dollars. So it worked out to be basically $25 each shipped here. And they're all in really great condition. They came from Japan, so I don't know what that would be in euros, sorry. You might have to Google that. So yeah, that's what I paid for them, but they're all absolutely worth it. Not bad, yeah, that's what I thought. I can never tell if like what I pay is too much compared to what other people pay, or what they are, or you always sort of think that grass is always greener, you know, like people pay less anywhere else in the world, or I guess people only talk about their cheap finds, and so there's always a perception that you always think, oh man, they're getting really cheap records, especially if you watch other YouTube videos and stuff. Anyway, this is the last one. Really wonderful record. This is John Hassell, Dream Theory in Malaya. I really like this record a lot. Really wonderful. I've been wanting this for ages, and I found a nice Australian pressing of it. So there we go. Yeah, so that's it. Rest of the evening plans is probably just spin more records, I guess. Yeah, I know, man, but they haven't got the same artwork. those reissues, yeah. You got loads of records behind you. Let's take a random pick. What's the furthest record on the right? Okay, well, technically, the furthest tech record on the right is in my for sale section. So I won't pull that out yet, but I'll pull out the furthest that isn't in the sale section. Yeah, I like it too, but it's not the original artwork, you know. Okay, furthest on the right. There you go. It's not a bad selection. This is in my compilation section, and this is called AK-79. So this is basically it's very hard to find these days now, but this is the definitive or essential. I'd say it's the definitive New Zealand punk compilation, basically. Obviously, punk arrived in New Zealand sort of 2 or 3 years after punk hit the UK, just because of the time difference. But yeah, a group of bands sort of formed and then recorded this compilation So AK standing for Auckland, and the year being 1979. And obviously AK-79 being the weapon, that's the name of it. So this is the inner sleeve with lots of bands that went on to be quite big New Zealand punk bands here. Proud Scum, Toy Love, The Terrorways, Scavengers. Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's Alan. It's like it's cool. It's a really cool artifact, and it's really cool for New Zealand music, but it's not up there in terms of like comparing it to UK punk and even some US stuff for me. But when I listen to it, I do really enjoy it. So there you go, Alan. That was your random pick. You did a pretty good choice for that one. That's the most far right one. I should listen to it again, actually. Earth Tongue Mermaidens, what do you think, James? The drummer in Earth Tongue is my good mate, Ezra. They play just up the road from me here. So I like them. Yeah, I really like Earth Tongue. Ezra, who's the drummer in Earth Tongue, he came and did a guest episode of my podcast. So he came over here and played some records and stuff like that. He's got really good taste in music. Mermaidens, so obviously one of the lead singers in Mermaidens is his girlfriend, and I really like them. I've seen them about 4 or 5 times here in Wellington. Their new single, not so much, but the first record I really rate. So yeah, there you go. If anyone is interested, check out a band called Earth Tongue. What records are next on your list to buy? I wish, yeah, that's a good question. Do we ever really have a list of things to buy? Like, I feel like I have this list of things to buy, and then other things come in the way, and I end up buying those instead. It's like, you have a breadcrumb trail, and then something else comes along, and you never, I don't know how to describe it. Like, like tomorrow, I'll go to this record fair, and I'll end up buying, 10 records, and probably 7 or 8 of them were not massive on my want list or weren't big ones, but that's just what you do. You don't, I'm trying to think of something that I specifically want to buy. It's really on my want list. There's this, I can't remember. Yeah, exactly. For every record you get, you got to add 2 to your want list, right? I've been really into this guy lately called George Reyes, spelled Jorge space Reyes, and he does a couple of like ambient sort of electronic but mixed with like traditional Mexican sounds, and he did a whole bunch of cool stuff in the 80s. The title's in Mexican, in Spanish, Portuguese, but it's got like a I'm losing my words, like an Aztec pyramid. That's not the right word. It's not a pyramid. What do they call them in South America? George Reyes, yeah. Oh, Mike, yeah, you posted something recently about that El Tuncun record. So those two, and the one with the pyramid thing. Yeah, Ziggurat. Yeah, Ziggurat. Is it a Ziggurat? Yeah, it is. Really good. I really like them. So I'm thinking about pulling the trigger and buying a whole bunch of George Reyes stuff. It's very hard to describe. But yeah, that's probably something that I'd be looking to get. I would like to get. I'm just trying to think what's in my want list. I'm wondering what's in my Discogs cart that I haven't pulled the trigger on yet. Yeah, probably something like that, I would say. Yeah, I don't know. I can pull out some more random records, I suppose, and we'll see where we'll go from here. Okay. I didn't really look, and I just pulled out some random records. Is that what I've come to in this channel? This is Iggy and the Stooges' Raw Power. Obviously not essential, but it's a classic record. This is an original US pressing I got on a trade. I was really happy with it. Took me years to find this. Good to see you, Mike. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I don't know why. You should be out enjoying the outdoors and the summertime up there and not being here watching me. The National Boxer, sort of an indie, favorite from back when I was a teenager. Detroit jazz composers. Oh, 5:15 in the morning. Yeah, don't really want to go out at that point. Why are you awake at 5:15 in the morning watching me? I feel sorry that I'm the first person you're talking to on a Friday morning. I hope you didn't get some sort of weird notification on your phone that woke you up to tell you that I'm doing a live stream right now. So yeah, really good record. This one, it's a spiritual jazz type thing. And there we go, a classic. Yeah. There you go. So 4 out of 4. It's pretty good. No dud records in that pile. Okay, Alan, I'll chuck some of this on for you, just to give you a bit of an idea of what this is like. There you go. So try and show you my new turnaround quickly. That's what I have when drinking at the moment. The electric dry hot acid test. Any other questions? Anything else you want me to show or talk about? Not really. I have been going for 47 minutes, so I'm not sure how much longer I'll stick around for. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It reminds me a bit of like, I don't know, not Wire. No, it doesn't remind me of Wire. Yeah, Alan, check this out. This track is by a band called The Scavengers. Yeah, very 1978 UK, but this is 1979 New Zealand. Show some noise stuff. Okay, I can do that. God, disappeared for a minute. I lost 3 people. I sort of got some noisy things. Most of these are New Zealand drone-y experimental things. Like Gloria Empirical. This guy here I talk about a lot on my channel. Where is he? Holistic Albright. This is called Pure Speculation. Really cool. Not really noise. I'll turn this down. Yeah, amazing band called Skeptics. I really rate them, really weird music. Not really noise or drone, but I thought I'd show it anyway. Clay Pipe, A Daylight Blessing. This is really cool. This is someone I know quite well, Sandals Lab Technicians. Yeah, most of the Rays I only on CD. There's about 3 on vinyl, I think. Maybe 4. Pumice Pebbles. This is a really good record. Yeah, really good. I got Pebbles, yeah. Do you know this? Oh, old favorite. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, Pumice, puts out a lot of stuff. Yeah, great cover on that Pebbles. It's really good. He puts out lots of stuff here in New Zealand. I met the guy a couple of times. Really nice guy. Yeah. This is called what's it called? Bell Sayer Time. Look at that weird cover, isn't that great? Dead Sea Usicles, this is a good one. I'm really cool that you know that Pebbles record, because I think it's an amazing record. Yeah, it's really cool. All right, I'll play something else. I'll pick something else. I'm sure a lot of you know this, right? One of my favorites. Really good. Any other questions or anything like that? Not really? Great bass playing. I know, it's a change of pace. Yeah, one tone arm, yeah. Yeah, I got the wand a couple of weeks ago. So good, I love this. It's the Hana, the Japanese card, the Hana SL, H-A-N-A. Yeah, I'm going to do a proper video on it and show it all a bit more in detail, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. You probably can't really tell how it sounds in here because I'm on my crappy old iPhone, so it's all getting compressed. Hey, yeah, Ronnie, nice to chat, man. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. It is, so her name is Sathia, her name is Sathima Bia Benjamin with Dollar Brand. So yeah, the album's called African Songbird. Check out this label if you don't know it. It's called Matsuli Music. Yeah, that's the label there. Matsuli. Mike, you would know this one if you're still watching. Really good. Renee, yeah, I haven't spent. Mike, this is like a VC classic from years back, right? I hadn't played it in ages, and I was just playing it the other night, and I forgot how good it was. Yeah, vocals do sound like somebody else too, but I can't think who it is either. I know what you mean. I wonder how hard this is to get these days. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, there's not that many books on New Zealand music in general, which is a real shame. It seems to be a case where not many people here are documenting New Zealand stuff. Yeah, it's a real shame if you don't sort of record stuff that sort of disappears into the void. I've got a friend who does a lot of writing for certain websites and documenting New Zealand music and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really strange. It's people just don't seem to have caught on to the value of music from certain countries, and yeah, you know, tapes and music and things just disappear if no one sort of, I guess, collects them. Alright, pick something else. And then I'll do one more song, and I'll answer any more questions, and I'm going to wrap it up, I think. Do we go more jazz, or do I pick something else? Too many choices. Maybe I'll just do a random pick. Maybe I'm thinking about this too much. I don't know. Another one that I haven't played in a long time. I think this is an amazing record. This is a Italian pressing too. Sorry, if you guys just wrote anything while I disappeared there, I would have missed it, so I don't know what was said. If I can... No, I can't do that. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here, I think. Anything else? What got you into collecting music? I don't know, that's a good question. I guess like, yeah, I guess there's a difference between listening to music and then, you know, physically buying and collecting music. I guess because I was sort of, you know, buying CDs when I was sort of like 12, 13, 14, but, you know, nothing serious. Until I was like 15, 16, buying CDs here and there. But I didn't really catch the bug until I was sort of 17, when I was sort of, I left school and instead of going to university, I sort of went to like a college, and I did like 2 years studying graphic design. And next door to where I was studying was a record store. And every time I was studying design, so I was always really into artwork and layout, and I would go next door and dig through the record bins, and I was just picking out records because they were so cheap that I recognized, like, you know, I remember, you know, $2-3 records. I remember seeing an original Miles Davis "Someday My Prince Will Come" for like $2. And I just didn't buy it because I didn't know. I just, you know, all these records, I used to go there pretty much every couple of days and pick out records. And that's where I started buying, probably there. And then, so I was doing that for a few years, and then I sort of dropped off a bit, and then I moved to Melbourne, and I met the vinyl community guys over there. And then I really started to get into record collecting, and really started to research music from there. And then, I guess, with the explosion of the VC and watching videos and meeting all these people. Melanie DiBiase. Sean's back. Melanie DiBiase, I know that record. It's got a black cover. Yeah, really good vocals. I know who you mean. I forgot what the album's called though. Is there any albums I've picked up based on the artwork and I've come to love the music? No, probably. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I can tell you a weird story. Like this record I showed at the very beginning. This font here is called DIN, D-I-N, and it's a font that I've been using for years, and I try and sneak it into all my work where I can. And I haven't seen it used on an album cover before, but this is the first time I've seen it being used. And it's a font that I really enjoy this font and this typeface here. It's just so simple. So. That was, I would say the music was definitely, you know, at least 70% of the reason I purchased it. But yeah, all right, man, I'll see you later. Yeah, probably got work to do. The font I really like, and that could be 30% of the reason I bought this, which is kind of a weird thing. But yeah, I just love it. It's really simple the way it's used. There must have been stuff I picked up based on artwork only. Yeah, I got one. I bought this from Real Groovy for $2 years ago, and then I got it home and it was the wrong disc inside, and I took it back and got something else, and then it took me years I bought this without even knowing what it was really, and then I've only really recently grown to love this band. But yeah, that was one that I bought based on the cover. That's what I can think of. But yeah, I don't know, like for me, the vinyl community was really, in terms of opening my mind up to listening to music, was really big. Good, Sean, you're on the right path. What albums have you been listening to? For me, I think American Beauty was the one that really got me into them properly. Yeah, so you're living in Melbourne. Have you ever designed your own mock covers? I have done covers before. I've done CDs for people. I am sort of in the... I don't know if I'm meant to be saying it, because it's sort of a bit dead at the moment, but I was doing artwork with Daniel from the Blameful Isles for a release. He was doing a soundtrack, and he asked me to do the record sleeve, like a 2LP thing. And I've done him some concepts and some artwork, and he's really liking what he's been seeing. but the project sort of stalled a bit, and I've been a bit slack with getting back to him. So yeah, that hasn't really gone anywhere in a few months yet, but it still might happen. So that's really cool. I'm sure a few of you guys will know the Blameful Isles. Really, really good band. Daniel posted in quite a few of the pages, and I used to make videos. But then I also help my friend here, who has his own label called Epic Sweep, and I do a lot of layout for him. Yeah, fair enough, man. Yeah, so I do a lot of layout work for him and bits of design here and there, and I'm doing some t-shirts for his record label, which is really cool. Yeah, I don't know, so there's always... I used to do a lot of band posters and stuff for my friends back when I was younger. Or gig posters, sorry, I should say, stuff like that. But yeah, it's you know, this is like the perfect combination of graphic design and music combined. This is obviously why I love records. It's two big passions. So that's why I collect records, I suppose. That's the answer to the question. There you go. The Grateful Shred. No, I don't know them. That's a great name for a band, though, isn't it? The Grateful Shred. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. That's the answer. A Grateful Dead tribute band. But can they really be better than the real thing? Like, why would I bother checking out a tribute band? But then I was just talking about the Mingus thing before, so I don't know. All right. If there's no more questions, I'm gonna go pack away this stack of records and finish up for the night. Anything else? Are we all good? I think that means we're good. All right. Good night, guys. Have a good day. Have a good Friday. Cheers, Paul. Yeah, have a good weekend, guys. I'll see you all soon. I've got to figure out how to end this stream now. I think I've got to hit this button here. Bye.